Let me check niggas' temperatures.
Yeah, huh?
Jazz the ass. You just never know. You get how he keeps saying like, I have a bar though, because he kept saying Vicky, Vicky, Vicky.
I ain't want to bring up the Gilly. I ain't want to bring up ARAB.
Stay for this shit. That ass spoke to us. That was first it out. Let's push it up. Now let's just say it came out that his story.
Niggas not wall strong, nigga. I wall strong. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word, man? Make sure y'all hit the likes. Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Shout out to my brother, Deadass Talk. Shout out to everybody that's out there listening and pulling up on these lives, man. You know, we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going. Dobson, what's the word? Pretty roster, what's the word? What's the word? Hey, man, I ain't going to lie to you. I really just want to get back to being consistent. So I ain't really had too much to talk about, but we definitely going to holler at Rex real quick. But I do want to let y'all know, pull back up. I'm going to make the thumbnail and the announcement today, but please pull back up. Noon Eastern, noon today. We got my dog, Af. I don't know what's on Av mind today. I ain't going to lie to y'all. As soon as I got off with the live yesterday, so we got done doing the live. Shout out to Capo and Tex and Top Floor Loop for the diss records. We did live reactions on all of them. A special shout out to Tex, Spills, and Capo for pulling up yesterday. Fire. And I think we're gonna do like more. More long-standing lives, especially in the evening times. I know typically Temperature Check Tuesdays goes about an hour, but we might stretch it out to an hour and a half. I ain't gonna lie, I can't do no 3-hour sessions. I don't know if I can talk about battle rap for 3 consecutive hours, but I do see the trending topic in battle rap. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and get in our lane with that. But so we got the Av interview coming up today at 12. One thing I wanted to talk about, man, you know, I feel like in battle rap, we do a lot of analyzing, we do a lot of criticizing. We do a lot of criticizing in battle rap, especially from a content creator, media, blogger, whatever you want to label me as, journalistic, journalism, whatever you want to label me as. We do a lot of criticism, even from the fans' perspective. But there is somebody in battle rap that I feel like has done a complete 180. And typically we get those battlers every year that may not be on our radar at the beginning of the year, but by the end of the year, you like, God damn, the work. You look back and the work that they put in is undeniable. Last year for me, it was New Jersey Twork. I felt like New Jersey Twork worked his ass off last year, especially coming off the year before, where I felt like URL had deservedly put him in the doghouse. I felt like he deserved to be in the doghouse, no chokes, stumbles, things of that nature. And he was resting on his laurels. You know what I'm saying? Twork is one of the most sought after battlers in battle rap. But y'all already know how I feel about it. Like a lot of sometimes it felt like a lot of his want and a lot of the battle rap culture's desire to see him was based off projection and not based off the reality. So I felt like in 2023 he completely turned that around. But someone else that turned it around for 2024 for me. And I ain't gonna lie, it's not like he started making the turn in 2024. He started making the turn in 2023, but the level of consistency that we seeing, I mean, you could arguably say he probably had performance of the night on Endgame. I think if you were to give anybody performance on the night, I think it's gonna be that guy who we about to talk about. But I can appreciate when people take constructive criticism and change what the criticism is. A lot of times when we talk about some of the older battle rappers, some of these legends that have been here for 10 plus years, they start resting on their laurels. They start, packing it in, giving us the what do I like to call them? The public appearances. Instead of battling, they getting booked for public appearances. They go up, do a little one-rounder here, give a half-ass effort, go to a smaller league, have short rounds, be choked, stumbling. They don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Or they even get some of the bigger battles, and we just don't see the it factor in them anymore. I ain't gonna lie, T-Rex didn't turn that around. Like y'all know me when it comes to battle rap. I wasn't around 10, 15 years ago. No, I was not. So a lot of these battlers that y'all have that y'all have grandfathered in when it comes to like y'all admiration, respect, and where y'all have them on the list of Mount Rushmores and some of the greatest evers, I don't necessarily have them there because I wasn't there in the moment with them. Now, obviously, I can go back and watch some of them battles, and some of the battles I have, but it's different when you get that in real time feel about certain performances. And that's what I feel about T-Rex, man. T-Rex, Dot Mob, you know what I'm saying? One of the original personalities, one of the biggest, one of the best face-off battlers that we have in this culture. I feel like he's not getting enough credit for what he's been doing in battle rap in 2024. And I remember, you know, he's had a couple things going on health-wise. I know one matter of fact, I was interviewing Mickey Facts a couple years ago. I was interviewing Mickey Facts a couple years ago. He had came to St. Louis or came to Omaha. So what you saying? You didn't know how he's still putting on? No, what I'm saying is we have to. If anybody can take constructive criticism and actually change their behavior, we gotta show love, and we gotta show love in that, because we complain about everything. We complain about anything they're not doing. Hell, y'all see what we doing with Tay Rock. He rapped too much. We complaining about that. You complain if the rounds is short. We complain if the material is recycled. So we do all this complaining. We got to be able to turn around and show appreciation when somebody is putting in that pain, and when somebody is, you know what I'm saying, really putting the culture on their back. When it comes to some of the performances this year, Rex has had standout performances on some of the biggest cards. The Chilla versus Rex performance was one of the biggest performances on Massacre 6. In game, I really want to give T-Rex performance of the night. I really think I think he deserved performance of the night when it came to that. The people you have on Mount Rushmore, can they withstand the test of time for 16 years? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not mad at that. What's up, Gina? But I feel like we're not giving T-Rex enough credit for what he's been doing. Again, I remember the health struggles again. How he had to go back and actually lose some weight, because again, when he was rapping, he couldn't breathe on stage. Me and Mickey Facts definitely talked about that extensively. But to see what he's done, he's lost the weight. The personality is there. He's not taking this for granted anymore. It don't feel like he's taking battle rap for granted anymore. And I remember a Hip Hop Is Real interview that he had did a couple years ago, and he talked about like the warning and the desire to change around the narrative around his name. And a lot of that stemmed from his relationship with his son. He said a lot of that stemmed from the relationship with his son, and he wanted his son to see the version of him that everybody talk about. He wanted his son to be proud of him when they pulled up them battles. And I can't lie to what he's been doing, man. And I know I caused a little bit of controversy, because I'm not gonna lie, like when it comes to Champion of the Year, I like to update my list in real time. I'm not one of those platforms that's gonna update their list at the end of the year once the top 20 comes out. I'm not one of them that gotta wait and see if LCBR is gonna say something. I like college football, so I'm going to update my list every week, just like they do in college football, because I feel like that's the most accurate way to give a proper assessment of the top 20 in battle rap. Like, y'all be trying to do top 20s on a quarterly basis. How does that happen when somebody can battle literally 2-3 times in a month? And depending on who they are and the impact they have and the type of performance they have, their spot should be either go up or go down, depending on the performance. And I just feel like what T-Rex is doing, and based off his projection, he deserves to be in that conversation for Champion of the Year. He deserves to be in the conversation for Champion of the Year. And shout out to Hip Hop Is Real. They got a chance to track him down, and he actually talked about his performances lately and talked about his mindset. So I want to show that quote. Shout out to LTBR, because they actually got it. He said, "I had battles I wasn't giving it no energy in the culture. You didn't deserve that. I like real-time awareness. Any slack you get from that, you gotta own that. I'm cool with y'all being mad because I did bullish. It wasn't right, and I corrected it. I'm renewing the gears. I'm sharpening up the brakes, and that's actually what I got. I think this is what we need to be talking about. We need to be talking about the battlers that have completely changed. And when I say this, I'm with all due respect. When I say this, this is not because I think Rex is a newcomer. This is not because I'm trying to discredit his resume or what he's done in battle rap. But if you look at the most improved battler, who improved more than T-Rex in 2024? Who? Who has improved more than T-Rex in 2024? I know we like to give the most improved for up and coming, but sometimes you got to give the most improved for someone who took that constructive criticism, listened to the people, listened to the bloggers, took accountability for his actions, which we know is not something that's very liked and very admired in battle rap in 2024. And he actually put in the work, and it's showing. It's showing. He walked all over Chilla Jones on Massacre 6. He did, bro. In watching that on camera, the hat slams made sense. The energy made sense. Even at the face-off, he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing during that face-off. He had one of the best performances on Massacre 6. And don't forget who was all on that card. Don't forget that Chilla Jones is a former champion of the year, one of the best schemers, one of the best writers in battle rap. And he dog walked them. Now, you can say what you want to on the playback. You know what I'm saying? That's where Chilla, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, Chilla, that's where his bars are more appreciated on the playback. But in the room, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. That boy T-Rex was walking on water. And the thing is, he kept up the momentum into this bad news battle. Now, again, condolences to bad news and what he was going through and what he had going on. And much respect and admiration for even showing up and getting those 3 rounds of material out the way and getting them done. But let's not make no mistake about it. T-Rex chose not to 30 bad news. He did. He made the conscious decision, I feel like, to let off the gas in the third. And that's not to say that bad news second round wasn't good. That's not to say that his third, to me, bad news third round was his best round by far. But I felt like if Rex would have kept applying pressure like he was in that first and that second, I don't think it would have been close. And you see it. You see the energy change. Like, think about it. No Cassidy, no John. That automatically puts additional pressure on them last 2 battlers, on them last 2 battles. Tay Rock and Clone had to hit. It had to hit. T-Rex and Bad News had to hit. It had to hit. And if it didn't hit on a collective standard, it had to hit individually. T-Rex took that as a personal challenge and put the team on his back. Why I think this is one of the best performances from T-Rex, and I don't know if people even acknowledging this enough, wasn't no Murder Mook there to gas them bars. Hello. Do I got to say it again? There was no Murder Mook, no Dot Mob up there to gas the bars. That was T-Rex wilding. That was a high-level T-Rex performance. He had the crowd. From the first bar, he had the crowd. I'm just saying, let's keep it. Y'all ain't listening to me, man. Y'all ain't listening to me, man. It's cool. Y'all ain't listening to me, man. I'm keeping it a bean. T-Rex has made it so that, first of all, he's a fan favorite, and he's proven that he's a fan favorite. He's bringing that old feel back. He's bringing them old fans back and giving us that old feel to the new generation. He's reintroducing to what T-Rex once was and showing us what he could be. Because he's stepping with steppers. Maybe Bad News is a stepper. When it comes to battle rap in 2024, I know, you know what I'm saying, bad news. Y'all can talk about this performance. We can even talk about the Fonz battle, but it wasn't a bad Fonz battle. That's one of the better battles of the year, if you ask me. So Bad News is the top 15, you know what I'm saying, the top 15 battler in the world. And respectfully, 2-1 clear. He's built up his momentum to where the swamp and T-Rex battle, it got champion of the year implications written all over it. And we got to acknowledge that. And I think that's why I'm doing this, because sometimes and when you do updated lists, especially trying to do a top 10, top 20, top 5 or whatever, when you do updated lists, some of that is based on projection. Some of that is based on what we see. So, for example, I had John sitting at the number, I think I had him at my number 3 spot for champion of the year, right? This was going into last weekend, going into the Cassidy battle. Him not having Cassidy do that battle, that hurts John. So we got to drop him on the list. And he got dropped on the list. It's no offense to John, but if you don't have a battle that we thought you were going to have a battle, there's a negative impact that comes with that. So, again, when it comes to T-Rex, bro, I can't do nothing but salute that man. And be excited for what is to come. Like, again, like I said, that Swamp versus T-Rex, power moves, Hitman Holla, bags and bodies, high impact. What if he gets performance of the night there? Think about who's on that card. You got Av and A-Ward. You got Geechee and Hitman, Snake Eyes and J2, Big K Twerk. What if he gets performance of the night on that card? Y'all want to talk this impact? Y'all really want to talk this impact in this and in these quality rounds, but then y'all be trying to leave out a couple names. Like y'all can't see what's going on. I see exactly what's going on, and T-Rex ain't playing. And the great thing about this, the refreshing thing about this, T-Rex ain't even going for champion of the year this year. He said he won it next year, which I don't know if y'all realize this. Obviously, Jay Black has come out and said that's the last year for champion of the year. It's a lot of people that's gunning for it in 2025. Easy to Block captain and came out and stamped it. T-Rex then came out and stamped it. It's a lot of people that want that champion of the year, that last one. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, again, I just feel like we just need to salute T-Rex and what he's been doing, because a lot of times we get these legends and they don't change. They get these legends and it feels like they don't care about the performances that they give. And they sit there and they talk about, well, I was the first to do this. Or they sit and talk about, well, it wouldn't be no battle rap if it wasn't for what I did on that street corner or in that barber shop or on that in that small room. But in 2024, T-Rex can talk about what he just did last week. He ain't got to talk about what he did in 2012. He ain't got to talk about 2009. He can talk about what he did last week and a couple months before that and a couple months before that. So, again, I just feel like we got to give these battle rappers their flowers. And for me, if I had the opportunity to vote for most improved battler for 2024, it's Rex, hands down. It's not even close. It's not even close. I don't think it is, and I'm more excited for this Swamp and T-Rex. And they got a second round. They got a second round that's supposed to be all federal indictments. They got a second round that they have agreed is going to be all federal indictments. If you don't know what the federal indictments are, that means we're going to learn how to whip everything in the second round from both T-Rex and Swamp. So I think that's an interesting dynamic when it comes to that battle. You said, do we remember that Surf and Rock was saying champion of the year is only for newcomers? When Gotti won it. How different things have changed. Because if that's what they're saying, let's talk about it. They're not talking about that no more. It is now the most sought after award in battle rap. Women want champion of the year. Men want champion of the year. It's the most talked about award in battle rap now. They can sit here and say maybe they didn't know that it was going to have this much esteem, this much allure, this much momentum. But now I bet you they wish you even go back and hear it. How many champion of the years would Hitman would have won? How many champion of the years would Tay-Rock would have won if this award was out in 2005 and 2006? Would Rex would have won one? Charlie Clips. It's a couple names. K-Shine. It's a couple of names that could have won these awards. All right, got you, Gina. Come on, man. You already know, man. I'm in there mixing with the mixers, man. I'm mixing with the mixers, man. So all I'm saying is Again, we do enough time bashing the battlers, dragging the battlers for lackluster performances, lackluster material, and things we don't like. We need to acknowledge the things that we do. So I'm about to get on up out of here. But again, pull back up. I will drop a thumbnail for the community post. But today, 12 p.m., I'm award. Pull back up because your son, biggest op, he got something to talk about. We got Av coming up on the show. He hit me up yesterday after we did Temperature Check Tuesdays and was like, hey, I need to pull up, man. It's a couple of things I need to address. I said, what happened? He said, it's a couple of things I need to address. They playing with my name. I said, who playing? He said, just give me a platform, give me a time. So don't worry, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We gonna get into that, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Make sure that you hit your likes on the way out. And again, we'll be right back at 12 p.m. Eastern. This is Temperature Check. I am your host as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And you know the motto. I ain't just getting started. I've been there.